calling a television series based on pre-existing IP original, having this much body contact with a public pool wall, flirting with someone over a third party's posterior. I know we recently sent a movie for not showing the realities of birth, but now I'm sending this show for depicting a supernatural birth too realistically. So the sin, as always, is showing birth at all.
How much do you want for it?
As if offering to buy a baby isn't bad enough, Hargreaves can't even be bothered to find out the baby's gender and refers to him or her as it. And would I have sent Hargreaves if he had assumed the gender? Yes, I would. I wouldn't dare play the music, but trust me when I say this picture book's on for all the sometime. I think the show wants us to shrug off odd behavior due to Hargreaves' eccentric lifestyle, but asking all these women to aesthetically walk in sync like this is just a ridiculous waste of time. Show wants us to believe that Vanya is the one child who doesn't have any superpowers yet. But she's a freaking musical prodigy and plays the violin, which, if it's not already, should be cited as the superhero instrument of the musical world. Get the fuck out of here with your Vanya has no superpowers bullshit. Using precious water for a dumb plant. Framing your ugly sweater family picture.
We're going now live to a breaking story.
I mean, of course we are. How else can we let someone know the heartbreaking truth about their father's death than by convenient news position? Also, news position twice. Passing a bookstore, not going in. And would I have thrown in a reading sin if Vanya had entered the bookstore? Yes, I would. Also, news position thrice. Character mournfully stares outside a car window after hearing news of a death in the family cliché.
Way to dress for the occasion, by the way.
At least I'm wearing black.
He says to Allison, who, for the record, is wearing black pants.
Nothing out of the ordinary.
Except, of course, that everything in this house is out of the ordinary. So maybe the better thing to say is nothing is ordinary, because that would be more concerning. Episode teases us with a super horoscope bonus, but never delivers.
Welcome home, Miss Vanya.
I'm not being welcomed home by a monkey assistant in this scene.
How long has it been since Five disappeared?
I understand that we don't know about Five's disappearance and how long it's been, but Vanya would know this, so why is this question?
I'm pretty sure I stepped in half those peanut butter and marshmallow sandwiches.
Right, but why were the sandwiches in a place where they'd be stepped on half the time?
It's just an advance on our inheritance.
Justifying theft.
Of course you don't know you've been gone.
Or, go with me here because this may be shocking, he doesn't know because you didn't tell him?
Can't just call Dad in the afterlife and be like, Dad, could you just stop playing tennis with Hitler for a moment and take a quick call?
Just about everyone involved gives good performances here, but Robert Sheehan steals every scene he's in and deserves this sin off.
I've been in many hostage situations like this, and it can escalate very quickly.
Bragging about being in many hostage situations, as if this is something to be revered.
Wouldn't want you to get hurt.
Or what?
Does everyone just have to show off their powers each time they're dealing with a thing? Diego or Luther should have already dealt with this guy. What if some hostages get shot because they keep fucking with this guy waving a gun? Kids, man.
That's one badass stapler.
If I can take a stapler to the forehead and not pass out, a burglar could do the same. Though I won't play it, the show thinks lighthearted music will make children murdering bank robbers less disturbing.
The Umbrella Academy.
Roll commercials. Also, what were the other working titles for this academy? Parasol, Sunshade, Brawley, or hell, go French with Parapi Academy. Make it sound a little more interesting. The children have been gone a long time, so this nail polish should be separated with the lower half looking all crusty and the top all oily. My favorite part of this show is how fucking depressing it is to watch. Super great introduction to this world. So glad to be here. Much yay. Luther plays I Think We're Alone Now loud enough for the entire mansion to hear it in. That is absolutely a sin. Also owning Tiffany on vinyl. Sure was a good thing that everyone's room was at the front of the house for maximum dollhouse effect. Scene does not contain pogo dancing. Well, I mean, he's tapping his foot, but I want to see the pogo dance. I mean, at least there's no way this will be number 5 conveniently coming back right after their father's death, and they've been reminiscing about him. Damn it!
So, are we going to talk about what just happened?
Well, Klaus decided to sit on a table with his bare feet, and nobody protested. Even at a house funeral, it's always raining, and everyone has those fucking black umbrellas.
Probably would have been better with some wind.
No, actually no. Who wants to accidentally breathe in their dead dad's bits on the wind? Punching your dead sibling statue in the dick.
It's just like old times.
Random fourth wall breaking is random.
I'm taking the car.
Says the kid who can teleport.
I know how to do everything.
But not this. Or this. Or this. Pompous kid. Okay, you'll just have to imagine the things I was doing was super fucking epic because they were. Let that be a lesson that there's always more to learn. Every single fucking one of these massive ceiling lights in this old diner. I wouldn't dare play the music, but playing a pleasant They Might Be Giants song over this violent of a scene does add some dark humor to the proceedings, but now I'll just be thinking about this dark, depressing bloodbath of a scene every time I listen to TMBG. Way to destroy that little birdhouse in my soul, show.
I'm craving Eggs. Wait, it's too late for eggs.
You take that back, you monster. It is never too late or too early for eggs. Is Seven applying topical medicine to a bandage that is already on top of a wound?
When I jumped forward and got stuck in the future, do you know what I found?
No.
Nothing.
Except for food and shelter, right? Because you survived for 45 years before coming back, right?
As far as I could tell, I was the last person left alive.
Which makes his earlier mention of Dolores really confusing. And maybe the show will explain it later, but I'm here now, damn it, and I demand immediate answers for all things.
The world ends in 8 days.
Excellent. So, series is nearly done?
I guess I'm a clumsy mailman.
You're a bad mailman.
Well, the ads are fab, and it's gluteus to the maximus here at tonight's far, far away Royal Ball Blowout.
So here's the rub. Somehow, we have to have complex astrophysical engineering conversations using nothing but a still frame camera from 1996.
I'm convinced my captors have run out of food. Today, I either escape or perish.
Good morning, Dr. Zero.
Good morning, Julius.
You're crazy.
You're crazy.
Boys, stop this at once.
That's a tough break. We got the monkey judge.